Hello, everyone. My name is Dawn, and welcome to the Soulful Voices Circle Daily Oracle Card Reading. So, how are you feeling today? Are you feeling happy, sad, joy, peace, love? Are you feeling grief, sadness? Are you feeling despair, anxiety? What is it that you are experiencing today? And so, with that, I thought that we could ask the Oracle today. What is it do we need to understand about what we are feeling today? Okay, so let's see what the Oracle has to say to us. And today we are going to use the Shaman's Dream Oracle card deck again. We've used this before. I think we spent actually maybe like 5 days or so using this deck, just trying to become more familiar with it. But I thought this would be a good deck to use today, and I'm really excited because I am supposed to receive a different deck in the mail today. It's the Energy and Spirits Oracle deck, brand new deck that was released today by Sandra Ann Taylor, and I really do like her decks. I have several other ones, but I've been waiting for a couple of months for this one to be released, so hopefully in the next week or so I will become familiar with that deck and will use that here on our daily oracle card reading. Okay, so with that, if you want to close your eyes, take a deep breath in and blow out. Close your eyes again. Keep them closed, rather. Take another deep breath in. Blow out. Releasing any tension, fear, doubts that you may have, and sinking into your heart center, feeling the peace and love of your heart. I'm going to ask the angels and guides to come forward at this time, and I'm going to invite the spirit of the Shaman's Dream Oracle deck to come forward. And I ask the divine light to surround us with the golden light of protection, encircling us with this light and keeping out any lower or negative energies that may try to attach to us or enter into this reading in any way, shape, or form. And I thank the angels and guides and the divine for sharing with us its wisdom today. Take a deep breath in, blow out. One more deep breath in and release. I'm going to open my eyes now and begin to shuffle. You are welcome to stay in a state of peace and just listen. So, what does the Oracle want to help us understand today about our emotions? Okay. Fan this out. This is the card we receive. A tidy house, clarity, and organization. And that is number one in the card deck. Okay. How does this relate to our emotions? Interesting. Clarity and organization, a thorough inventory, an auspicious symbol. If your emotional world feels messy and unruly and you can't seem to get clear, it's time to see how your environment is affecting you. Although your inner world has a huge impact on what shows up in your outer world, the reverse is also true. You can be influenced by the people who populate your daily life and the energy of the objects you surround yourself with, basically everything in your surroundings. Now is the time for an inventory and full clearing of your environment. Ask for clarity from your relationships and do not make assumptions at this time. Clear and clear and unambiguous communication is key. You may choose to let go of some people from your life when this shows up. This is a good thing. Otherwise, you might stay in these relationships too long out of a sense of obligation and social courtesy, when in truth, there is nothing holding you together. Be impeccable with your word, say what you mean, and be willing to make whatever changes are necessary to clean up your side of the street. If you know you are doing the right thing, it doesn't matter who has an opinion. That said, right now, once you are sure your proverbial house is a tidy one, there is a release of energy to begin new things, to enjoy life, and to know with certainty you are on the right path. Okay, so, excuse me 1 second, get some water. The first line here is if your emotional world feels messy. So we ask the question, what do we need to understand about our emotions? And so the sense is that if we are feeling this sense of, messiness, like we're uneasy, maybe anxious, or grieving, or despair, anything of that nature, then it's time for us to really do a personal inventory, not just of our physical space, right? How can we, one thing is, yes, let's look around us. What is, feeding into our energy that might be, need to be cleared away in our physical space. So maybe throw some things away, put some things away, organize a few things. If that is helpful to you, then definitely do that, because if that's what helps you to think clearly, then you should do that. Okay, and I know I get that way sometimes, like I see things around and I know I need to put things away, and it's disturbing sometimes, right? You want a little bit of organization and order to your life. Even if you can't get to everything, just focus on a few little things that you can do to help put your frame of mind back in a better place. So that's one thing, a tidy house, clarity and organization. But really what we're talking about is your spiritual house, your emotional house, right? What is it that is causing you this disarray? What do you need to look at in yourself that will help you get clarity on the feelings you have and why you're having them and how you can release certain things? So, what this is saying is that you need to begin to look at the relationships that you have and see how those relationships are impacting you. What in them can be improved, and if there is something that can't be improved, then maybe it is time to bid adieu to the people or person in that situation. If you are just not able to, maintain an emotional balance because the other person just isn't connecting with you or is bringing you some type of grief or upset. Okay, so in terms of cleaning up your side of the street, that's what you have to do. You have to do an assessment of those relationships and those experiences that perhaps you are putting yourself in that is creating this emotional disturbance in you. Okay, and then this is how we begin to clear the path for more light to come into our lives, more joy and more peace, and we can begin to attract the relationships that actually serve us, right? So that is one thing. That's another thing, rather, that we can do is look at our relationships. And the other thing to do in terms of cleaning up our house is look at our own behaviors. What are we doing? Are we engaging in repetitive behaviors, expecting certain things to change, but we're not actually changing? So, cleaning up your side of the street means really doing a personal inventory within yourself and saying, where are the things in my life that I can change to make this situation better, to help myself? Am I, again, yesterday the card we pulled also kind of brought up this idea of addiction. Are you engaging in behaviors that are addictive in nature, that are prohibiting you from creating the emotional balance in your life that you need? And are you attaching to these behaviors and you keep pulling them in and pulling them in and using them when in fact what you should be doing is getting rid of those behaviors, right? So let's see, what else am I missing? That said, right now, once you are sure your proverbial house is a tidy one, there is a release of energy to begin new things, to enjoy life, and to know with certainty you are on the right path. So as you begin to release those relationships that you have felt obligated to, right? If you're just staying in a relationship because of obligation and you release that, then what you're doing is you're opening the door, you're clearing the pathway for new relationships to come into you that maybe you would not have been looking at in the past because you were so engrossed in this particular situation, right? When you decide that you are no longer going to engage in behaviors that are addictive in nature, then you can clear the path, then you free up the energy for those other things that actually are beneficial to you for your personal growth or your physical health or whatever the case may be, to come in and to be drawn to you. So when you release bad energy, when you clean up your house, you then draw in, you attract more positive energy your way. So really, this is a card about doing a personal assessment. We all need to stop and look at that. Identify the emotions that you are feeling, number one. What is it that you are experiencing? Be honest with yourself. The only way to actually clear away something is to confront it, to be honest with yourself about what that is eating at you. What is it that is causing you to feel anxious? What is it that is causing you to feel depressed? What is it that is causing you to feel despair or doubt or fear? Once you identify that, then you begin to figure out what piece of that you can chip away at and release. Even if you have to do it gradually, like I said, even in a house, when you can have all these rooms that need to be cleared out, and you don't know where to start. Start with one little thing and just gradually chip away at it until you free yourself of that particular clutter, right? Try to find a little bit of time each day to clear your space, whether it be physical space or emotional space. So, again, it's a dedication of time. It has to be deliberate, it's not just going to happen by chance, right? In order to um, do emotional healing, we have to put in the work, we have to put in the time. And we can't just say, "Oh, I'm gonna, you know, just when I get a chance to do it, I'll do it." But, I know that because I've identified that this is my problem, that now I'm fixed. No, what you need to do is you need to put in the time and the energy at understanding the emotion that you are having and then deciding what in that emotion you feel you can change. And once you identify what you can change, then you begin to work at creating that change in your life. Again, small steps. Nobody's saying that you have to clean the whole house in one day. Small little steps go a long way. And even once you begin to clear away the energy and then you think you're there, guess what? No, you always need to check in with yourself. You always will need to continue to do the work. The idea of doing it constantly is that the practice becomes more natural. It becomes more a part of who you are, more a part of the way you live your life. And when you begin to treat your healing in that way, then you can feel confident in knowing that you are trying to put forth your best effort and that you are living the best life you can live because you are taking each moment as it comes, identifying it for what it is, and then you are deciding how best to tackle what it is that you are feeling in that particular moment. So I hope this helps you. And again, I'll let you look at the card. A tidy house, clarity and organization. So as we clean up the house, we become more clear about what it is that is bothering us, what it is that we need to do. Okay, so I am sending you much love. Please comment below once I post the video. Comment with what you think this card may mean to you, or if you have any suggestions for how people can go about clearing their emotional house, that would be greatly welcome. Okay, so sending you much love once again, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a great day.